I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck.
They took his daughter, now he's coming for them. This is the intense story of Taken. Bryan Mills, a former Green Beret and CIA officer, has a daughter named Kim, who lives with her mother, his ex-wife Lenore, and her wealthy stepfather, Stuart. Bryan attempts to build a relationship with his 17-year-old daughter. He gives her a karaoke machine for her 17th birthday because he knows she has wanted to be a professional singer since she was 5 years old. While Bryan is taking a picture of Kim, her stepfather Stuart shows up with an expensive horse as a birthday present for her. Bryan has a pained expression on his face as Kim runs towards Stuart, leaving Bryan's present behind. That night, Bryan has a small barbecue party with his friends. One of them, Sam, asks him to join a one-night job overseeing security at a concert for pop star Shira the following evening. Bryan asks Shira for advice on how to become a professional singer, realizing that his daughter aspires to be like her. During the show, Kim contacts Bryan and asks to meet him for lunch. After the concert, chaos breaks out. Bryan saves Shira from a knife-wielding attacker and escorts her to a car. Shira gives Bryan a card with 2 phone numbers in case his daughter Kim wants to try out for a singing career, as a way of repaying Bryan for saving her. The next day, Bryan sits at a restaurant where Kim arrives with her mother Lenore. Kim is planning a vacation to Paris with her friend Amanda, but because she is under 18, she needs her father's permission to leave the country. Bryan refuses, saying that the world is too dangerous for a 17-year-old girl to travel alone. Kim becomes disappointed and leaves. Lenore suggests that Bryan give Kim some space and simply sign the permission papers. Eventually, Bryan grants permission with some conditions. Kim must avoid certain areas in Paris and call them every night before going to bed. While taking his daughter to the airport, Bryan learns that Kim lied. Kim and Amanda are not only going to Paris, they are planning to travel around Europe following a U2 concert tour. Upon arriving at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, they meet a handsome young stranger named Peter who offers to share a taxi. Kim and Amanda go to Amanda's cousin's apartment, where Kim discovers that the cousins are currently in Spain. Peter already knows where they are staying, so he calls someone and tells them he has a target. Meanwhile, Bryan calls Kim several times but receives no answer. He calls Lenore, who convinces him to stay calm. Bryan keeps calling until Kim finally answers. During the call, Kim sees several men enter the apartment and abduct Amanda. Bryan quickly records the conversation and tells Kim to hide under the bed and listen carefully to his instructions. He tells Kim to put the phone down and shout out anything she sees about the kidnappers. When she is dragged out from hiding, she shouts a description of her abductor, following her father's instructions. Bryan hears someone breathing on the phone and tells the listener that he will not pursue the kidnappers if they release his daughter. However, he warns them that refusing his offer will result in their deaths. The listener simply replies, "Good luck," and ends the call. Bryan rushes to Stuart's house to deliver the bad news that Kim has been kidnapped. He asks Stuart to prepare his plane so he can fly to Paris immediately. At the same time, Sam, an old friend and former colleague of Bryan, informs him that the kidnappers are part of an Albanian sex trafficking ring and identifies the listener as mob boss Marko Haksa. Based on previous cases, Kim must be found within 96 hours, or she will likely be lost forever. Bryan flies to Paris and breaks into the apartment, trying to recreate what happened there. He finds Kim's broken phone and removes the memory card, where he discovers Peter's reflection in a photo. Later, he finds Peter at the airport trying to charm another female traveler. Bryan attempts to apprehend him, but Peter flees. Peter jumps over a bridge but is struck and killed by an oncoming truck. With his only lead dead, Bryan turns to an old contact, former French intelligence agent Jean-Claude Pitrel, who now works a desk job. Jean-Claude informs him about the local red light district where the Albanian prostitution ring operates but warns him not to get involved. Bryan hires an Albanian English translator when he arrives at Port de Clichy. He approaches one of the prostitutes and deliberately annoys her until someone comes over and tells him to leave. Bryan agrees but secretly installs an eavesdropping device so he can listen to their conversation. They begin speaking in Albanian while the translator relays everything they say. Bryan eventually hears a clue about a construction site. He follows them and discovers that the location is being used as a prostitution den at night. Bryan searches the makeshift brothel and the construction yard, where he rescues a drugged young woman wearing Kim's denim jacket. Bryan takes the woman to a hotel where he helps her recover from the drugs. The next day, Jean-Claude calls and asks Bryan to leave France because he caused too much chaos the previous night. During the call, Jean secretly instructs his men to track Bryan's location, but Bryan is too clever and avoids them. Meanwhile, the woman Bryan rescued earlier wakes up. Bryan questions her about how she obtained Kim's jacket and discovers another clue leading to the traffickers. Bryan then poses as the deputy director of internal security using Jean-Claude's business card. He enters a house under the pretense of renegotiating the police protection payments. When he identifies Marco, Bryan confirms it by tricking him into repeating the words, "Good luck." The meeting erupts into a violent fight that results in the deaths of several gang members, leaving Marco alive. Bryan tortures Marco using electricity. Marco reveals that virgins like Kim have very high value on the black market and are usually sold quickly. Bryan then leaves Marco to die from continuous electrocution. That evening, Bryan visits Jean-Claude's apartment. After discovering Jean-Claude's corruption, Bryan wounds his wife to force him to reveal St. Clair's location before knocking him unconscious. Bryan enters a private party disguised as a police officer. Inside the mansion, he asks security about St. Clair, but they inform him that his name is not on the guest list. Bryan knocks out the guard and disguises himself again, this time as a waiter, allowing him to enter the secret auction room where young women are being sold. Bryan forces one of the bidders, Ollie, to purchase Kim at any price so he can track her location. However, someone strikes Bryan from behind and knocks him unconscious. When St. Clair learns who he is, he orders his men to kill him. But Bryan breaks free and kills them all. St. Clair reveals that Kim has been taken to a yacht owned by a sheik named Rahman before Bryan shoots him repeatedly. Bryan pursues the yacht and eliminates the bodyguards one by one, including Ollie. Eventually, he finds Rahman in his suite holding Kim at knife point. When Rahman tries to negotiate, Bryan shoots him in the head and rescues his daughter. Kim becomes overwhelmed with emotion after realizing that her father traveled across the world to save her. The next day, they return home to the United States. At the end of the movie, Bryan surprises Kim by taking her to visit Shira, who wants to hear Kim sing. And that's the end of the movie. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next film.